fraga, og da vil han skal lage en kombinasjon. Og bare jobbe. Vet jeg hva klokken kanskje, for det viktigste kjøttstykket.
Jona Podkivanok. My name is Hallgeir Frydenlund, and I work as a music producer in Rikskonsertene, or Concerts Norway. And Concerts Norway is an organization whose main task is to provide live music with live musicians to all the schools and children in Norway. Some years after the Second World War, and it was a building of a new Norway, and one of the parts was to get the culture out in all the different parts of Norway. And Norway is over 2,500 kilometers long, so it's and some very small villages. So the main idea was to have concerts in the schools, in the gym halls, where the children were, actually. What is different from Hungary and most of the European countries is that the state still says it's important that we have an organization who puts live music and musicians and artists to the homes of the children, which is the school. So we have also an important task that we do the programs according to the curriculum of the school. Almost 10,000 concerts. It has to be around 750 musicians. And Norway is divided into around 150 touring districts in school, meaning that 2, 3, 4 musicians are touring in 2 or 3 weeks. So this is the end of the program for 8 to 10 graders, and we try with the music called Meditation. Katarina is somewhere else, but now she has to play here because she is going to learn the music by heart. I will be a pupil. Vær så god. More bass. Much of this music is composed many years ago, and then we have to freshen it up or refresh it for 2016. We don't play the whole pieces, we play some parts of it or extracts and put together. We find all the answers, or we are making questions and answers only which is the qualities in the music itself. After some years, I don't like all the stupid explanations ahead or going to a concert that I have to listen to the concert in a special way. I want my freedom.
Jeg tenkte vanligvis spiller jeg
Just make a try to see how it works.
Og så lene når hun spiller.
Men du har ryggen mot henne, men det er litt. Der, ja. Så går du runden, så du balanserer deg rundt henne. Ja, de sitter her, elevene da. Bare gå litt rundt. Gjør litt rommet. Du fyller inn rommet mellom henne og stolen. Du følger med. Så snur du det litt mot henne nå, når du begynner med de.
I don't expect results after 5-10 minutes. I can be really patient and wait and see that some things arrange itself, or that let the musicians think. They know, of course, the best, and together we know even more. So it's about how I talk to them. It's how I try to remember all the music they play at the same time they do it. So for next time, I also have to learn every aspect of music by heart, so we can work very hard when we are working in the studio. Here, you have to move so we see a little. You have to move. Vi plasserer det mye rettere på. Almost. So you can see. I think you should start a little before she's playing, and then you can hang much longer with your fingers in your own. Open the pieces, but close the musicians to a certain perspective, that they are not doing all the musical things all the time. To them it was not a problem to take away every musical cues, because nobody really understands it. You have to replace it with daily aesthetics, I call it. Normal behavior. Come in and but very slow, so you can show thinking and not. They don't see the eyes of the audience. They're not allowed. They don't even see each other. That's also part. They are not allowed to watch. They can use their ears, and that's because it's a take away everything which is in the way. So if they start picturing in the eyes, they think they shall play with their eyes, but it's the instrument.
the first time when I got into the concept of playing school concerts, I was on a completely different mindset than I am today. I am so appreciative of being able to be on the platform where I'm so close to the children, and especially today hearing what they have to say about our performance. Now we're doing the 8th to 10th graders, which are, I would say, the crucial age between 14 and 16, teenagers. So I was kind of nervous to, like feel the first reaction from them, just by playing. But I got very pleasantly surprised while I was performing, because I felt a good energy. And especially after when we started talking, I completely underestimated their, personality or their way of expressing their feelings, because they're so much more advanced than I thought.
I'm just wondering, is it like a story behind it? Like, is it someone's life that goes up and down, or like I was sitting here and wondering about that all the time. So
I think sometimes it was a little bit too high up, at least for me. I'm a bit, yes, I did.
For your ears?
Yeah, for my
Yes.
ears.
It's a very
bit
small
too
room.
Sharp.
Yeah.
It was good, well, a bit too sharp.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it can get a little bit long, but if you make it a little bit shorter maybe, or have more difference in what part you play, you have like a difference from the other one, which would probably be more interesting.
Many things you have to decide at that moment, and this needs very good,
Chemistry.
Yeah.
I guess.
And so for this point, I feel very relieved because sometimes can be awkward if you don't communicate very well, since we couldn't talk during the concert. But in this case, we trust each other. So, yeah.
I feel like I have had so much fun experimenting for children and grown into a much more varied type of artist that I am today, thanks to playing for children. Yeah.
Maybe they have never been to a classical concert before, but hopefully from one of our performance we could, gradually open their doors, not necessarily become professional classical musician, but to bring something new in their life.
And also one of the girls said that when she listens to music at home, she closes her eyes and imagines that she's there in the hall. Like she wishes to have a live experience, which she doesn't get. We shred off so much of the original, authentic things of everything. Everything becomes through the screen, media and social, whatever, and everything is like 3 seconds and done, And I think we really shouldn't underestimate the value of this realness, that you are live, that you can be here for a performance. How sad is that when a child really closes her eyes and imagine that she's live? And if that is the future of the world, that there's no place to go to listen to somewhere, live, that's going to be really the end of everything, which I hope won't happen.
Most of my almost 30 years of producing, I still feel the chances, the possibilities, the strength, what is in music is important for every aspect of life. And I think this, with the globalization and all the things about war and refugees, it still is important to have one. As we heard some of the girls talked after the concert, when it's played very well, they need this space sometimes to just relax and have some art. It doesn't need only to be music, but I found the power in music very strong for meaning for everyday everyday life.